Well, we begin live at 5 with an absolutely devastating story in Northeast Harris County. That's where a child was found dead after being left inside a hot car. And good afternoon to you. I'm Melanie Lawson.
And I'm Eric Barajas. Investigators say the child was left in the car for several hours. ABC 13's Maya Shea joins us live with the details. Maya.
Yeah, it is terrible because this was all supposed to be a joyous occasion. The mother with a 5-year-old little boy, 8-year-old little girl, prepping for the 8-year-old's birthday celebration. I'm going to step behind. In fact, you can even see some of those celebration plans in place in this household. And it was because of that, because they were so excited. There were so many activities, according to the sheriff, that when they went inside the house, the mother did not realize the 5-year-old was still in the car. Several hours later, she went looking for the little boy and devastatingly found him inside the car. Now, he's 5, so usually he would be able to get out of the family car. But the sheriff say in this situation, the car was a loaner, and that may have played a role in this tragedy.
The 5-year-old, unbeknownst to mom, remained in the back, still seated in the car seat. The preliminary information we have is in the past, the child knows how to apparently unbuckle himself and exit on his own. She assumed, I suppose, that he was doing the same thing today. Went inside, started getting the arrangements and things together for the birthday party for the sibling later today. And after a couple hours, at least maybe 2 or 3 hours, was when she began calling for the 5-year-old receiving no answer. Frantically came outside and located and recovered the child still in the car seat in the back.
Again, a devastating situation. What the sheriff says is right now there's still much more investigation to be done. You can see the investigators are out here on the scene. The mother in this case obviously distraught and very, very emotional. And the sheriff says he's quick to point out, no matter what the situation, is that as a parent or if you're transporting children, always leave something in the back so you are forced to look back and make sure that your whole car is empty before leaving. This is the temperatures are so high that even within a few minutes, if you're a child or an elderly person inside a closed vehicle with the engines off and no AC, it could be deadly, as it is in this case.
Here we go again, people. It's that time of the year again in the summer where mothers leave their kids in the car. Oh, I forgot that my son and daughter was in the car. Oh, I just wanted to go to the store and get something real quick. Mommy's only going to be gone for just about 1 minute. 1 minute turns into fucking 30 minutes. And next thing you know, the kids is dead. 1 minute sometimes turns into an hour. The child is dead. There are more mothers that leave their kids in a hot car than it do fathers. More mothers, fathers do. I just don't get how it's like what I said, man. Some people just are just not meant to be parents. They're not meant to be parents. You know, and I'm not trying to say that people don't have a right to bring kids in this world, but you know, all this being a parent, and I understand a lot of people is not perfect. You know, people can intend to be forgetful at times, but that's not an excuse to leave a child in a hot car to suffocate and die. That's no excuse. Okay? You know, if you don't want to deal with that kind of responsibility, if your mind is that forgettable, then you should not bring no child in this world if you're so forgettable. Because when you're being a parent, I know sometimes being a parent, you know, not all parents is perfect, and sometimes parents can be forgetful about things, but that's not an excuse to leave a child in a hot car to suffocate, especially a baby. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. And y'all know the number one question: where in the hell was the father at? Where was he at? Was he working? Was he there? Or is he in jail, prison? Or another one she got pregnant by and abandoned her and the child? Like, That's the number one question. Where was the father at? You know what I'm saying? See, I know one thing. If she was my woman, she better hope the police get her before I do, because I'm gonna strangle the shit out of her ass. Like, how in the fuck, especially at a party? At a party, how in the fuck can you forget your own child at a fucking party, especially when there's a lot of kids there? I don't know if it was the kind of party for adults or for little kids or whatever like that. But if it was a party for little kids, how in the fuck did you forget your own child in the car? How did you forget? You know? I get it. You too busy being a whore, right? Too busy. Maybe she was seeing somebody in there. We don't know. This is all just assumptions right here. Maybe she was too busy being a whore and taking a few drinks or whatever like that. Oh, I forgot my child, stuff like that. How the fuck you forget your own child? I don't get people, man. And for all you little kids out there, and I'm only talking about kids are around age 5, because they said this kid was 5 years old. And y'all just heard what they said. They said this kid had sense enough to unbuckle the seatbelt and open doors and go in and out. And you know what? This video right here goes out for the kids who are around the age 5, 6, 7, or 8, 9, 10 years old. Okay, this video is for the kids who knows how to unbuckle the seatbelts and knows how to get out of the car and do all that type of stuff. Let me tell you kids out there something, man. Because I know that you kids out there, especially when your parents out there take you to the store and they say they're gonna be gone. Let me tell you kids something, because I don't even know what the hell is wrong with you kids in this day and age. Because when I was y'all's age, yeah, my mom left me in the car too. My mother left me in the car. But see, back then, back in my day, if you leave your kids in the car, a lot of people don't think too much of it. You know what I'm saying? It was normal back then. A lot of people just walk right past you. But every time when my mother leaves me in her car, she always put down the fucking window. She always put all 4 of the windows down before she go in. She never leaves the car running. She just put all 4 windows down. And my mother, she goes into the store. And you know what I do? Sometimes, if it gets too hot in the fucking car, I go in there and go find her ass. But you kids in this day and age, y'all are afraid because y'all gonna be like, well, I don't want to do it because, my mom and dad, they might whoop me and stuff like that. Man, fuck all that. Fuck all that. If you get too hot in the car, and like I said, this video is only for kids that's 5, 6, 7, 8 years old that got set enough to unbuckle a seatbelt, that's got set enough to get out of the damn car. I'm telling you kids right now, if you get too hot in the damn car, get out of the car and go to the store and go find your mother. If you can go find your mom and dad, whatever store y'all saw them walked into, you go in there and you go find them. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I'd rather get a whooping than sit there and die and suffocate in the damn car. I'd rather get my ass beat than sit there and suffocate in the car. You know what I'm saying? Just go in the store and go find your mother. You know what I'm saying? Whatever store you see your mom and dad go into, go. If it get too hot in the car, get out the car and go find them. Hell, that's what I did. Hell, when I got too hot in the car, I got to go find my mother. Now, did my mother whoop me? No, she didn't whoop me. She didn't whoop me because she knew it was hot out there. She knew it was hot, but she never whooped me. I went inside the store and I walked all up and down the aisles and shit, and I found my mother and I was letting my mama know, hell, it got too hot in there. Hell, she never whooped me, but hell, I'm not gonna sit in that hot car and suffocate. And you kids, y'all just sit there and you just die. Like, don't do that. Because if you sit in that hot ass car, you're gonna die, kid. You're gonna die if you sit there and choose to sit in the car like a bunch of dummies and suffocate. You're gonna die in there. If you get too hot, open the car door, get some air in there, whatever like that, or get out of the car and go find your mother. I don't understand what's wrong with these kids in this day and age. I mean, you kids out there, the ones that knows how to unbuckle the seatbelt and get out of the car, I just don't understand you kids. You kids just sit there and just die. The hell's wrong with you kids? Won't like that in my generation. Won't like that. In my generation, we had sense enough to get out of the damn car when we got too damn fucking hot. when we were 7 or 8 or 9 years old or 5 or 6 years old, we had sense enough to get out of the damn car and go find our parents. We didn't sit in the car like a bunch of fucking idiots. The people who came from my generation, we didn't sit in the car and fucking suffocate. We got out of the damn car and go find our parents. But you kids in this generation, y'all just sit in the fucking car and just burn up and die. What's wrong with you kids? God damn. But you parents out there, that's just not an excuse right there to leave your kids in this car. Not an excuse at all. And I hope they charge that woman with murder right there, because that didn't make no sense right there. That didn't make no sense at all. You know what I'm saying? How the hell you gonna get out of the damn car? I guess she thought her son had sense enough to. I guess she thought her son had sense enough to get out of the car, because especially if you know your son or if your own child knows how to get out of the car. Normally, you don't have to do that though. But I don't know why in the hell that kid sat in that car like that. I mean, it remains a mystery though. But I don't know, people. It's just a crazy ass damn story to hear that this boy here had sitting up to get out of the damn car, but still sat in there and suffocated though. So I don't know what to say about this part. She might get away with this, she might not though. But it's kind of both of their faults. I mean, the mother was so goddamn stupid and waited a couple of hours later to find out her son was missing. And the kid, even though he's just a kid, but y'all also gotta look at the same time that this kid also had enough sense to get out of the damn car and unbuckle the seatbelt, unless the doors was locked or something like that. I mean, I don't know, but either way, I still have to put it on the mother more than I put it on the child, though. I mean, it's part of the child's fault too for sitting in there, buck up in the seatbelt like an idiot when he had sitting enough to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. Maybe the way the car is made, it just automatically unbuckle the seatbelt or whatever. I don't know, but it's just crazy to me. Crazy. But anyway, I just wanted to give my thoughts about that shit, man. You parents out there need to stop leaving your kids in these hot ass damn cars, man. Like, real talk, man. Stop leaving your kids in the car. Stop leaving your pets in the car. Dogs and cats. Stop leaving them in the car. Leave your dogs and cats in the house. Don't bring your dogs and cats with you. I mean, god damn, boy. Every fucking year. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Peace.